Hello. How's it been? How's it going? Webcam is slightly over there. I think. We'll see. As long as I don't pop out of screen, I might need to. There we go, that's much better. Sorry, haven't streamed for like 4 days. Come back. Suddenly your camera's just a little bit off center. I did use it over the weekend, so it makes sense as to why it's like that. Had to take a photo for a thing, and I did it on my computer. It worked. Got it done. Bad, but it's okay. But anyway, didn't stream on Friday after a small stream on Thursday. Decided to just get stuck into work, honestly. Started doing some work on Thursday after stream. Only streamed for about 2 hours. And then on Friday I was like, you know, I'll just keep doing it. Get it done. Also didn't stream yesterday on Monday because, well, I woke up and I honestly didn't really feel like it. That's how it goes sometimes. As much as I want to get Alia done, which we'll jump into now, so I stop yakking your head off. I mean, we're here to play. I also want to do it when I feel like it, you know. And yesterday, didn't. Everywhere is under attack by the Scourge right now, but that is okay because we're just going to go back to Searing Gorge. Because I had that extra few days off though, my rested experience is pretty much the whole way through this level. So that's one good thing. I think as long as I get through Searing Gorge today, we've probably hit level 50. We'll see. And then after that, well, it depends what time it is, but if the Scourge aren't down in the Bastard Lands when I'm wrapping things up, maybe I'll spend a little bit of extra time going down there to try and get some of those quests done. Because Turamis is one thing. Scourge, a bit worse, I think. Down there, at least. But, as we know, we just got to get things done when we can, so... We're always shifting around and hoping that the Scourge isn't there and all that sort of stuff. But it would be nice to get Alia done maybe tomorrow. Would feel pretty good. Gotta remember my keybinds. I have been playing a little bit of Warhammer Online over the weekend. There was once upon a time where I said I won't. And now yeah, I like it. I want to level, I want to gear up with my friends and have a bit of fun in that game. So, yeah. I've been playing a little bit. Just a little bit. That's scary, isn't it? I mean, you could tell those guys got a fright. I got a fright. I'm like, what is there a dragon there? Alright, let's get to it. It's just the guy. He's not a real dragon, so it's fine, but yeah, seeing that can be a bit scary. Resist. the Mind Blast resist to start the day. I should have bought another deck of water before I came out here, but it's okay. At least we know he's a good dragon, you know? He's not gonna come back and kill us. Bit scary though. Seeing a black dragon beside you. I was reading some... There were some people talking about how Shadow Priest is after level 40, you know? You're just dumping all your mana, having to drink every fight, and I'm just sitting here like... It's not every fight. Maybe like every 3 fights. Every 2 if you're fighting something that's, you know, scary. It's not as bad as a boomkin. So, but it is funny to see other people's thoughts on classes. Like I dump maybe 1500 mana per battle, right? That's fine. If it was 2k per battle, yeah, I'd be pretty upset about it, but it's not. Maybe the mobs I'm fighting are easy. Okay. No smiths. Kinda sucks. I think I'll get the golem quest done. And then I might go back to the town and pick up a stack of water. I don't think 1 stack's gonna be enough for doing all that we need. Gonna be honest. Probably gonna go through the cave downstairs. Because there are some quests in that cave that I'd like to do. Die a bit. You'd hate for a golem to rock up behind you and just kick you down that little slip and slide right there. That'd be insane. I mean, we are a priest at least. We wouldn't die to the full. But we might die to whatever's down there. I think in terms of characters that haven't died, Ali has probably been the closest to dying recently. Like, Bauma's definitely been the closest overall. 4 HP, I don't know if we can beat that. It's gonna be hard to beat. Especially as we get into level 50s, man. Imagine going down to 4 HP in the 50s. That would be... Oof. I would not like that at all. My heart would be freaking out of my chest. But Alia was sitting on about 400 HP last week. I'll make sure to put it in Rugen's video. Which won't be out tonight, by the way. I wanted to get it out tonight, but... Well, I haven't had that much time to work on it. Mainly because I was playing Warhammer Online. It happens. I'm all about fun. If I'm having fun doing something, you know, yeah. But for anyone who watches the VODs channel and like the main YouTube channel, you probably would have expected to have a Rugen video out this week. Ain't gonna happen. Hello, Jeff, mate. How are you? But at least it gives me more opportunity to put more LA footage in it. Not that I probably will, because today and likely tomorrow, probably an LA video footage completely. Join some 14. Fair enough. Not something I've done in this expansion, but I haven't even played it. Don't know if I will. I think for me, like, Endwalker is definitely a pretty good stopping point for that MMO. Even though I like, you know, watching the Savage fights and all that, the races, you know, the race to world first, whatever Savage, doesn't take that long, but the fights look fun. I think story-wise, I'm like, you know, it could be it. We'll see. They might bring out another absolute banger like Shadowbringers and Endwalker, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, I could play that. But I didn't really enjoy the Endwalker post-patch story that much. Like, you know, I had a little bit of fun, but compared to the base game, I was sort of like, eh. Base game made me cry too much. I didn't have any more crying to do, you know? Like, well, I'm all out of tears. I'm not gonna enjoy the story anymore. It's just gonna be emotionless. Now 20 golems. You need a push? I'll be right behind you. It was pretty much Endwalker. I've already got the smithing item. Why am I... Ugh, I don't even need them guys anymore. I completely forgot. I probably got it last Thursday. Silly mean. I'm gonna go back to town, hand in this one quest because I need to buy water. The 18 is definitely not enough to go through a cave. And then we'll probably just go through the cave because, you know, all these other quests will get done while we're in there. I don't know about doing Moltorius on the priest. That sounds doable, but insane at the same time. But yeah, over this last weekend I've been playing more Warhammer Online on the private server and enjoying it, so I think I might have my MMO fix for the next little while. Water. Almost ran away without getting water again. So expensive.
Off with it.
Off with ya. $100,000 experience until we level. We have a lot of rested, so it shouldn't take that long. How long we been at this level? 53 minutes. Okay, not long at all. I guess I hit 49 on Thursday and then promptly logged out. I only streamed for 2 hours on Thursday. It was a short one. I just felt myself feeling a bit tired, and then I was like, playing hardcore when you're tired, it's not exactly the smartest thing to do. Now we go down into the cauldron. It's a pretty scary place, I'm gonna be honest.
Hi, bye.
Thanks, Chris. Good luck at work. Hi bye is so funny, but actually, like, probably accurate. Probably have to get rid of this war golem. War golem. And we should just be able to walk in. Yeah, easy. I feel like there's a patrol. Yeah, there he is. It's been a while since I've been in the cauldron, so I just need to try and remember everything. This guy comes out to here. This guy comes to here, so get rid of them. Bit of hiccupy. Alright, that guy we can wait on. Oh, nice. Outhouse key. There's another 5k experience. Yep, 5.2k. Nice. Kill the slaves. Wait, what? We're a night elf, not a dark elf. Also been doing a little bit of Legion Remix, which is like a retail WoW event that's on right now. I'm kind of over it already though. I've done 3 zones of questing and I'm sort of like, yeah, I don't really want to quest anymore. But you know, the start of it is questing. Get as much bronze as possible so you can buy all the rewards and then not play again. It's on for 100 days and people have already finished everything that's available right now. It's like, yes, you guys play so much. Even some of my friends are like so far ahead of where I am and I feel like I've played a lot. Like 10 hours. That's huge. At least we're finally getting our plated daggers. Plated dagger. I was singing that song, Tainted Love, just as plated dagger. Just in case anyone's wondering. 456 experience per kill is pretty nice. I mean, these guys are a lower level compared to us right now. But it's fine. Could be getting like 600 experience. It's funny, actually, someone stopped by and subbed today. I 100%, as I started the stream today, I was like, man, I bet someone subscribes to the stream today. And then it happened. Take it. I just had a feeling, you know, I was like, someone's definitely gonna sub. Felt it in my giblets or whatever. Alright, we're going in this door. We're gonna have to kill a lot of dudes in here. But there's an item I need to go click on, I'm pretty sure. I wish the dark iron scraps were like sellable, even like 1 silver. Since it just cost me 1 gold 60 to buy 20 water. Be nice. I wonder if I can get the planes. I believe I could get the plane, which is up at Maltorius as well. I think if I feared, that would give me enough time to get them. I'm just wondering if I should. That's the thing. I can, but should I? There is a safe spot up there. But it also requires fear to not resist. So it could lead us to trouble because he is a level 50 elite. Bastard. I knew he was running, but I didn't want to turn the camera. Speaking of subs on Twitch right now, there is actually a... I don't know if it's with Prime, so I don't think Chris would have got it. But there's a... If you sub to a channel, you get a free month subscription to Duolingo. Where you can claim it. Which I think is pretty cool. I was actually thinking about getting Duolingo recently. Because I want to relearn German. For whatever reason. What is that guy doing? Going crazy. I think it's because I killed the Taskmaster. He was like, yeah, he killed the Taskmaster. This guy's going to be a little pain though, so I've got to make sure we kill him well. Don't want him to run over there and be like, hey, help. We don't need that. I don't think I'll be doing the symbol of Ragnaros on this character. I'll give it a try, we'll see. Gotta remember I'm playing hardcore. After 4 days of not playing hardcore WoW and playing a little bit of Warhammer and not on hardcore, it's like, oh, I can just die, it's fine. Still try not to, right? Because I play video games. I don't want to die all the time. Dying is a waste of time. Most of it. Most of the time when you die, you are wasting time. Jesus, scared me. Guy's gonna be a pain. I need a drink. Wonder what this mage is here for. I wonder if he's gonna do anything stupid like pull obsidian, or maybe he's going for the Altorius. I have no idea, so I'm a bit worried. Did just hand that quest in. Hopefully it's the quest that I'm going to hand. Like, surely he's not doing obsidian. If he is, he would die. No, he seems to be teleported. Mysterious artifact is up at the elite place. So that is a questionable thing for me on this character. We will see if that happens in the future. I was a bit worried though when someone else is down here and they're like, you know, near this. I'm like, hopefully they're not looking to do it because I don't want to be anywhere near them. I do not even want to be around the area if that's happening. Wondering why this mob wasn't taking much damage. Do with pain must have resisted. Mage also didn't give me a intellect. Stingy mage. I think if we do the flux, I might wait to do it after I've killed the Incendisaurs. Pretty sure we can come back around. But I just wanted to come through the cave mainly to do that quest. Now we go into the actual scary. A lot of mobs. Nice. Love to see a big crit. Taskmaster. Da, 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 da. For anyone who might watch Taskmaster, the TV show. It's a good one. Do like it. Don't so much like the New Zealand version of it. Or the Australian version of it. I feel like they try to be a bit... No, they try a bit too hard to be funny. And it comes off not really funny. But the OG version, good. I suppose there's probably a Taskmaster in every country now, isn't there? Like a American one, obviously the British one, maybe a French one. German one. Because it is a good format. Just yeah, if you make too much of a good thing, I feel like it becomes not so good. Like if you play WoW for 20 years, it becomes not so good. Still pretty good. Right. The dagger. Well, that sucks. It's called Dreadblade. Why is it a dagger? Gonna run past these guys. There's Moltorius and his 2 bodyguards. They are all elites. So, yeah, we'll leave that. Leave that for now. I am going to go down here. Just want to make sure though, I'm pretty sure I can just run around this corner and it'll put me down there. Because if that's the case, then I could get back up and try out Moltorius. Like maybe not go for the kill, but go for the flux. And then just hurf. We'll see. I'm really hoping that the Blasted Lands attack goes away before I'm finished all the quests that I'm gonna do here. That would be very helpful. I would love to be able to get the Blasted Lands done on this character, on all the characters, but especially this character. Because it is one of the characters being played this month. Got Grocket up next, and he's only like 5 levels away from Blasted Lands as well, so he's most likely gonna have to do it. I think if we can get on to Grocket this week, that'd be quite good. Could be able to, because and they got just over 1.5 levels to go, and we're fully rested. If Blasted Lands doesn't become available, I'm probably just gonna go grind Furbolgs. That Furbolg 20 dinosaurs. Does suck having to play around the Scourge invasion though, I will be honest. Like, if they weren't here, the game would be better. Blizzard doesn't really care about hardcore servers that much though, so you know, they wouldn't change anything. Like, people wanted hardcore, here you go, have a game mode, it's called hardcore. Die you're dead, yada yada, and that's all we're gonna do about it. Like, you know, we'll give you a new server a year down the track. But only because Anniversary's coming out, so we can make more money from people playing this 20-year-old game. Speaking of hardcore and people playing, MP's Guild Frontier actually got the next Ramus clear without world buffs over the weekend. I don't know when because I wasn't watching. I didn't even know they were in next Ramus. I didn't expect it to happen this quick. Next has only been out a few weeks. But yeah, they did a no world buff hardcore clear, which hasn't been done before as far as anyone knows. Maybe on like non-hardcore servers, but you know, 20 years ago, some guild probably did a no world buff run, but maybe they had lots of gear. Maybe they didn't. Who knows? And then he uninstalled Classic World of Warcraft, which I completely understand because probably done everything there is in the game right now. Honestly, after this, the hardcore medley, depending on if I actually play TVC or not, it might be time to just move on. So I might uninstall World of Warcraft as well after this challenge. It's a game that doesn't bring me as much joy as it used to, and you know, there are other games that I've played recently and other games that I am playing recently that do bring me joy. The hardcore medley has been fun for a learning experience and all that, but yeah. I've also kind of been thinking about moving on from making content on the internet. Maybe spending my time doing other things. Because it does take up a lot of your life. Just streaming for like, you know, 4 to 6 hours, depending on how long I stream for, like nearly 5 days a week. Sometimes. Sometimes it's only 3 or 2. I think after the hardcore medley, I might think a little harder on it and then maybe just step back. I like streaming, I like making YouTube content, but you have to consider the amount of effort that you put into making videos, and if you're not getting much back from it, it's like it could be spent elsewhere. Gotta get the excitement. It really sucked when I made like my third hardcore WoW video and I got 6,000 views. And like the excitement of it was so good, like watching the numbers go up, I was like, holy shit, people are loving my content. They might not have been, but they were watching it. It really sucks that that video popped off, because that's when I wasn't really good at editing. I feel like I'm a lot better at editing videos now, but I haven't had a video pop off over like 2k views since, and it's like, man, I wish 6,000 people would watch my videos now. But it's okay. Obviously hardcore WoW isn't as hype as it was. It is hype again because Zaryu's playing and I think Peekaboo was playing again. There's a few of the boys back, but yeah. It's not like it was. Hello Luna. How are you today? It does get kind of hard to make content for a game where you're like, work. You're an MMO player, Luna. Did you ever play Warhammer Online? Age of Reckoning? Didn't. That's sad. I've been playing a little bit of private server Warhammer Online recently. Because, you know, the game doesn't exist. The only way to play it is a private server. Been having a little bit of fun. Because I didn't really play much of it when the game was alive. Before EA decided, you know, to kill it. But I did have a lot of fun back then. And I was like, I'll get a 6-man group together and just play and do whatever. Especially because World of Warcraft isn't bringing the joy into my life. Too old. Say it like that. Ooh. We need 5 more dinos. Don't know how many there are over there. We'll try to time it. Just too bad, like, there's so much that could have been done in that game and it just was never. They definitely fumbled that one, I would say. Because, you know, the Warhammer lore is so vast. So I think my friends and I will play up until level cap, do a little bit of PvP, and then be like, alright, that's cool. Yeah, run away. Maybe the next WoW expansion will be out. I don't know if I'll play it, but they definitely will. Kind of have no desire to play the WoW expansion after... Like, the Warfin has been alright, but I've kind of fallen out and not wanted to play for like the last few months. Maybe because I'm just playing too much classic WoW and I got a little bit of WoW burnout. It's not the same game, but you know, it is. playing 30 days of hardcore WoW and don't even have a level 60 yet. Like, do they? One day we'll have a level 60. I'm also really used to playing with bad latency now, so I don't even mind like the extra 100 latency in the Warhammer private server. Like I think it's located in France, so it's pretty bad MS from where I am, like 300 to 350, but I don't even feel it that much. Playing classic WoW so much, it's like whatever. Latency, who cares? Alright, we got 70k experience, so we're halfway through this level. 1 hours 20. I don't really want to go and fear Maltorius and try to steal the flux, I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little bit worried about it, so... might not. I think we just go try get spyglass. Maybe I'll come back for Maltorius later on. I want to land on a man. Why is he coming over here now? Mate, stop gatekeeping. The magma elemental gatekeeper. Go turn in our feed. Man, there wasn't actually that much to do in the Searing Gorge when I logged off on Thursday then, was there? I thought we would have been questing for a little bit longer today down here, but nope. Scourge is still around, so I can't go down to Blasted Lands either. So it looks like it's going to be Foulwood. For now. Grind some furbolgs. Because Blasted Lane Scourge are probably one of the worst. They are here, 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 here probably. Literally in all the places that you gotta kill mobs. So go in there when the Scourge are there is literally can't do anything. And Teramis is probably flying around as well, which doesn't help. Alright, Lockheed, you're out. Even though he's still in there, like he still talks to you. See if we can get this lookout spyglass on the way. I often wonder though, even though World of Warcraft is kind of like a Warhammer MMO, because it's pretty much the same, let's be real, the lore is basically one-to-one with Warhammer Fantasy. to a point. End times didn't happen in WoW, thankfully. End times suck. I often wonder like how a more PvE focused Warhammer MMO would go. I think it'd be sick. Especially because in 2025 it's like, well, you gotta have some PvE, you know, you can't just make your game PvP only and hope that people play it. I think it was always a silly thing to only want half of the player base to be playing anyway. There's gamers that want PvE and there's gamers that want PvP. Why not just give them both what they want? By the Warhammer Online MMO, I was like, could have been better. Thankfully, the private server guys have added some more PvE though. They understand that. Although it is funny when you read on the forums, there's a bunch of guys that are just PvP guys, and they're like, "Why do you keep adding PvE content? This is a PvP game." It's like, yeah, you're part of the problem. You don't want people to play, huh? It's already hard enough to get people to play because it's a private server, and then not having any content for like half of gamers. Yeah. I think that's one thing Guild Wars 2 did well, was make a game where you had PvE gear that went to a certain point. Has its own problems. But there was also no PvP gear in, so if you wanted to PvP only, you could. I don't know about it now. I haven't played in like probably 7 years. So maybe things have changed. But I did enjoy that you could like, you know, do the PvE stuff and the PvP stuff without any real barrier to entry. It's one thing that I hated about WoW early on was you need like full resilience to be able to get anywhere in arena and stuff like that. But now they just hand it to you. It's like, here you go, you got your gear. Hard balancing. But it's also kind of hard to make an MMO, isn't it? Because, let's be real, you've always got to compete with World of Warcraft, even if you're not. People will always compare things to World of Warcraft. Could be a completely different game, like Genshin Impact. You'll compare it to World of Warcraft. This fella running away. Worried a bit too much. Saw there was a new gacha style MMO that came out recently and got very bad reviews on Steam or whatever, but I didn't even know about it until I was reading people's thoughts on Reddit. And I'm just like, that just looks like Genshin Impact. It's just the same game. I don't even know what I would do if I was trying to create an MMO in this environment of video games. I feel like I know what I want out of a video game, but that's probably not what everyone wants, because I'm a big casual that likes casual content. The Steam Spyglass. Like, I don't want to grind a Spyglass for like 30 mobs anymore, even though I'm doing it right now. I like some resistance, like classic WoW, but not too much. I'm always intrigued by like designing a world and having world building and stuff though. Like, I think one thing I'd like to do before I die is just like design a world. Maybe a video game of it never happens, but at least design a world and have the world building and stuff like that. See what kind of madness I can cook up. Don't think this other lookout is over here. Getting unlucky on the spyglass. I think that mage was doing the quest up in the elite plane. It's also interesting to me. I don't think WoW players really care that much about housing, but we're getting housing next expansion. But it's interesting to me how people are so like hype about it. Obviously, housing has been a big thing in the back of WoW players' minds for a long time because Blizzard, I think, originally had plans to do it. Never happened. But it's like not something that you hear about a lot, but you see it in other video games and people are like, man, I wish I had that in WoW. It's like, it's the only time it's ever come up. I'd rather something like guild housing where you could just, you know, hang out with your boys. They're gonna do that in WoW as well though. The housing in this game actually looks like it has been thought out, which is nice, unlike other video games. No need to name names. The hell is a lottery system? There we go. Spyglass acquired. That was probably the longest it's ever taken me to get the spyglass. But I'm not that excited about a house in a video game. I got a house in real life. I don't own it, but I got one. Like, I can put stuff in it. I think the only video game where I was ever excited about like having a house was probably Dark Cloud. You make like a whole city. That was a video game that I remember. I don't even think it was that good, but making a city was fun. Like playing The Sims just in the game. Sim City is probably what I was looking for more. Dragon's back. It means I can't talk to him. How am I meant to hand him my quest when he's a dragon? Or he'll stop being a dragon soon enough. Alright, how much experience? I feel like I should have over 100k after all that. I wish Blasted Lands would free up.
Hey, good.
Lufa.
You got my attention. Watch your back.
Not gonna weirdos.
Off with you. Hey, good. Off with you.
Big money.
What's on your mind?
Yeah, we should have over 100k when I hand in the other quest. Keep the loofah. Even though it's not like something that I will use. Buy more water. Glad I bought that extra stack because I did actually run out of 1 stack of water. I would have had enough just. But I did run out. I was looking through Steam the other day and I noticed that Rift is actually still online. I thought Rift got shut down for whatever reason. Rift is basically a WoW clone through and through. I mean, their tagline was, "We're not an Azeroth anymore," which is silly. But it had some good, like, game mechanics. Didn't mind it early on. I played the betas of it. But then I never really got into it because I'm like, this is just World of Warcraft. But I 100% thought that it was like gone. I seen it on Steam. I was like, oh, okay, it's still
For the Alliance. Be careful. See you around.
Symbol of Ragnarok. I don't know about doing that. Now we got pretty much just elite queen steering gold. Hand that into Naris. Is pretty free to hand in. And we are probably going to forward. Because can't go to Blasted Lands.
What's happening?
What's happening?
See you soon.
Alright, Luna. Good luck with your dinner. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. See you around, mate. 41k until 50. Woo. We're getting there. I would say Elias should be done to 51 way before 4 days play. Maybe not way before, but at least like a few hours before. We are having to screw around with Scourge Invasion right now, but Priest is going pretty quick. It's funny to read that people think Priest is like the slowest class to level. Because I wouldn't say it's faster than Hunter or Mage or Rogue. Probably not faster than Warlock if you're a good Warlock, but it is faster than the rest of them. Like middle of the pack. Our Priest is probably going to be our fastest character to level though, because it's the one that I do the least on for the group. Because grinding mobs isn't like super fun. Just grinding on a caster isn't that fun, unless you're a mage, you know. Mages can get away with it, but Priest, Boomkin... Nah. A yawn hit me 1 hour into the stream. Hey, we finished Searing Gorge at least. No matter what, today we've been productive. Now I have to decide, do I want to go down to Tanaris and hand in this quest? Or do I just go to Foulwood right away? Probably Foulwood. I think I'll just go grind my reap all the way to where it needs to be. Nice boat. He's the boat. The boat. The boat. I love when the boat's arriving when I'm arriving. Arriving at the same time. What the fuck? So we'll head to Foulwood, and if Blasted Lands stops being under attack when we're hitting 50, and I still have enough time to, you know, go there. Like, say it stops within the next 2 hours, and maybe I can head there for an hour. Not free, though, because free is too much. But while grinding Furbog Reap, we should be able to hit 50 pretty quickly there, because they are equal to our level, unlike the mobs in Searing Gorge that we were fighting. So we only need to kill, you know, 80 mobs. We level up. And we're probably going to kill 80 mobs. I would say, though, in terms of Scourge timeline, Alia and Grocket should be the only characters that really need to deal with the whole thing. Mage's next, which would be the third character in this league. Edwin Rugen, Elia, Rocket, Lena. I think Francie, Baumer, no, Fran, Baumer, yeah. So once the priest is level 51, the mage will be started. So I'm hoping it will be like 2 days time. Maybe tomorrow, like late.
Goddess Watcher.
And it's a fire mage, so I'm looking forward to getting back onto it and blasting mobs for like 1,000 damage. Even though we're pretty weak sometimes. If we get hit, we do really get hit, but I mean it does a lot of damage, so it's always fun to play. I probably won't be trying as much scary hard stuff as I tried on the priest. I've done some really challenging content on this League of the Medley on the priest. We did some escort quests there. I don't know if I should have done. But it was fun. Yeah, Frost is the best for leveling just because it's got big survivability and you can like AoE farm. You don't take much damage. You've got like... It's basically like powered shield, you know, you just shield yourself. Fire doesn't have that, it's just all about glass cannon. Blasting big damage, but no survivability. You've got your Frost Nova and Blink, like a normal mage does, and that's... and Sheep, I guess, and that's about it. I remember playing a Frost Mage in vanilla World of Warcraft. Would have been probably early 2006. And I was fighting 2 satyrs, actually in Ashenvale, down here in Satanar. I was fighting 2 satyrs. And then a rogue about my level and a warrior who was maybe 1 level above me attacked me. And I managed to kill the 2 satyrs and the 2 melee people because none of them could touch me. The Frost Mage is pretty strong. I think if the rogue had like a few levels higher, he would have had Vanish and then it would have been a different story, but because he didn't have Vanish yet, it was easy for me. And the warrior as well didn't have intercept. So once again, easy for me. But that made me feel like a really good player. If you pull off a win against like 2 mobs and 2 players around the same level, you're always like, ah, man, that felt good. I wonder where this fella's running off to. Enjoy the run. Took me so long to actually catch him though because of Aspected Cheetah. Like it's half the speed of my mount, but it's still fast. But Frost is also the best for raiding for quite a bit. Because all the mobs in the first raid are immune to fire, pretty much. There might be a few that aren't, but it's not worth. So you do play Frost for a lot of vanilla World of Warcraft. Classic vanilla, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know if I'll be able to go to Searing Gorge on my Fire Mage because there are mobs there that have Fire Reflect. And some are just immune completely, so that zone that we just did on the priest, I don't know if I'll be able to take my mage. So the mage might need a few extra levels of grinding. $4,000 experience for that quest. Maybe I'd do Forces of Jadenar if I'm like careful about it. It's level 51 quest, but we'll see. Honestly, if I don't get to go to Blasted Lands, the last level of this leg of Alia's stint might just be grinding. Like, I might go to Western Plague Lands and just grind at the graveyard. Not that it's much different to actually questing in the Blasted Lands, though, because you do just grind out there. All the quests are just pick up a certain amount of items. Like you need 10 Basilisk Brain, 2 Vulture Gizzards, and then 10 Vulture Gizzards, 2 Nickerfang Jowls, stuff like that. So it is a lot of grinding anyway. Kind of hoping when we go there that Teramis is being farmed because Zeroji showed everyone the strat on how to level from like level 20 to 60 within 2 hours. Just handing in items from Teramis. So hopefully I don't need to see Teramis while I'm out there leveling. But yeah, I can't actually go there while the Scourge is there. It's possible. They're in the way too much. Probably the hardest zone to get around when the Scourge is there. I don't think Winter Spring will be that bad. Peace and Plague Lands, a little bit terrible because they're here. Tanaris, unless you're doing that one quest, was fine. Like we did Tanaris. Alright, Foulwood. I have come to cleanse you. It is my solemn duty as a night elf to cleanse the lands of Kalimdor of this demonic taint. Good RP. I feel like if I Shadow Protection, actually, it might be helpful against it. Because they do have a curse. And curses are shadow damage, or shadow magic. They don't do damage. Alright, let's get to grinding. Mostly getting the quest done first and then doing the grinding, but you know, gotta do a quest before we can do the grinding. Relevant. Five rep per kill. Need... I mean, we won't need to do it all 5 rep per kill because we'll eventually be able to get the feathers if I finish this quest. But this is still going to be a few kills. Every character will have to do this, though. There's definitely someone else around. Wondering when respawns are going to happen. Like they're pretty close. I'm looking forward to level 50 as well because we get another rank of Shadowwood Paint, which is going to be plus 200 damage. $200 extra damage is gonna be quite nice. I think at least on this character, we were here on the Paladin, I think on this character at least, I'll be able to just, you know, kill a lot of mobs, so it won't be like pick and choose like I had to on the Paladin. Probably get mana. Like 2 more. There's he's level 60 druid by the looks of it. I'm not going to fault him being level 60 here, but it's still annoying. But, you know, you've got to get into Winter Spring at some point. So if you have to do your grind at level 60, you have to do it at level 60. I just wish he was up at the harder mobs to kill. He probably leveled through like dungeons and stuff and never came here. So from that, it's fine. It's just a bit annoying. You see when he's just deciding to pull everything because I am here. Like I rock up to kill my mobs that I need for a quest and it's like, oh, I'll pull everything now. Can't get the plate. I just have to be careful about respawn. So I can't fight the whole forest. I ain't built like that. But he is level 60. And I don't even think he hasn't been to Winter Spring. He's got his epic mount. Probably just trying to grind feathers to sell, honestly. So he is definitely just going to be annoying. Which... yeah. Not the best thing either. Hey, as we get higher level, we're gonna have to deal with level 60s around the place, aren't we? Something we gotta do. Maybe he'll go away. Maybe I'll kill enough mobs and he'll be like, oh, I'm gonna go away now. I doubt, but one can hope. This is an MMO. Honestly, if he was an Alliance level 60, I'd be like, mate, can I join your group so you can like kill mobs and I'll get the rep and stuff. But he's a horde, so unlucky for me. Pulled out my stave for a moment though. So I stopped wanding. I right clicked the mob. I'm gonna smack the shit out of him. Don't really need warriors, but I do need reps, so might as well. Already gotten 6,000 experience. Pretty good. At least the gardeners have low HP, because they do heal, but they can't actually get the heal off again. Yes, because we do really big damage. Nice. As I have mentioned, I think the priest with the gear that we have is probably not the strongest character we have, but definitely in the top 3. The rogue would definitely be blasting harder. We got Phantom Blade and all that stuff now. That rogue's gonna be absolutely insane. But our priest is quite strong. I'm really looking forward to the rogue. We got really good characters coming up though, like from Alia to Grocket to Lena. That's gonna be awesome. After that it starts to get, you know, a little bit tougher, but we've got all the fun characters like back to back. Even Francie is good. It's just that she's a warrior and I'm a bit worried about it after level 50. Especially if I still have Whirlwind Axe. Warrior is still one of my favourite classes, but weapon is very important and we don't have a good one. So I could foresee a few issues on the warrior, definitely. Especially when my rogue's Phantom Blade, which is half of the fun of the rogue, having a big damage weapon, is tied to my warrior's life. Because my warrior made the weapon. That's a little bit scary. Like maybe a Pathfinder will spawn in this camp, so I might actually go kill this warrior. Have a drink. Hopefully a Pathfinder spawn. Drink, drink, drink. Got nearly 100 rep with the Timbermore hold. Woohoo. I don't know where that druid went. Doesn't really seem to be here anymore. Thinking maybe he layered or something. Pathfinder and a gardener. Pretty good RNG. I was about to say that's pretty RNG. What does that mean? I should be able to kill them on this much mana. Probably. Interrupt that. Otherwise, that much mana wouldn't have been enough. Yep, reduce armor by a lot. And save mana for another Shadowword Pain. Shadowword Pain in the ass. Kill this guy before that guy gets here and that guy gets here. These are 2 Pathfinders though, so that's cool. We do need them. Then just 1 more gardener. I have a feeling they're both gonna converge on me. They're both walking directly to where I was. And after we get this quest done, we get the feathers from these, so it'll be a bit faster for our reap. Pretty nice that I can just pull mobs without mana. Because, you know, if we kill, we get Spirit Tap, we're going to get the mana back. It's not as much as it was. Spirit Tap has definitely lost some value in the higher levels, but it's still enough to do that. That's pretty nice. Is that a warlock? There's a warlock over there. Need a gardener. Undead warlock. Know where they came from. I didn't see them before, so. Now let's go hand in this quest. We're going to be just over 20,000 experience from leveling. The scourge is still everywhere. So I guess we just continue to grind here. Either directly to level 50 or just until we get neutral with Timbermore Hold. Don't think I would ever wear that. It's not bad, right? But it's ugly. It's worth more money though. Now we just sit in and grind and hopefully get some good feather drops. Probably run up towards winter spring after I'm done with the rep too, because it's worth some good experience. I did that run on Balmer, went from like 2 bars off leveling to the level, I'm pretty sure. Not 100% sure how much rep the feathers actually give me, I can't remember, but we honestly don't need that much. So, where are all these people coming from? They weren't here and now they are all here. Those two might be grinding together for it. Grom's blood. I don't know if I can pick Grom's blood yet. I can. I want that. Grom's blood's a bit more important than the reap, honestly. This is our material for plus 25 strength potion. And we got free. Nice. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure where all these people suddenly came from. I was with the druid, and then the druid disappeared, and now there's 3 people. I don't know if I layered or like they layered, but I'd rather just have one guy running around at level 60 killing everything. I complained about the level 60 and then I got 3 people instead. That's rough. I want the one guy back. There's another level 60 runs through. He might have been going for some Grom's blood actually. That's what I said when I got that pattern. Grom's blood's going to be really hard to get because there are always a lot of level 60s running around farming it. So the fact that we managed to just get free right now, pretty fucking sick. Druid's still here too. Alright, the druid is also here. Well, things just got a bit harder. My favorite kind of nut. Cashew. Or was I meant to say D's? These nuts. Fair enough. It's hard to know for sure on the internet these days, you know. Everyone's out to get it, yo, for these nuts. But yeah, I'd say cashew. I like a good peanut from time to time, you know. If I'm ever like binging a video game for 24 hours or something when new expansion comes out. Usually have a bag of nuts. Beat that, Emily. I think by the time we get 5 fevers, I might be done with the reforms. And when I was living in Australia, they got these salted nuts called knobbies. They're like Nobby's salted nuts. That's the brand, which I always found hilarious. You put Nobby's salted nuts in your mouth, you know. Honey roasted anything, honestly. Honey roasted anything. Anything that has honey, value goes up a lot. Do like me some honey. There's 5 fevers, but I still need 100 and whatever reap on top of that, so just keep going. Haven't had any like nuts for a while though. Saying it makes me feel weird. My snack of choice recently has been more like muesli bars, usually with caramel in them because that's a lot of sugar and energy. Eat it. Is that the same guy or another guy? I swear, if another person just layered into this layer that keeps getting extra. Everyone wants to be around. There's a different guy. Thanks, me. So much mana for me to buff. Salted caramel popcorn. I think I've definitely had some caramel popcorn. I don't know if it was salted, but maybe. Caramel popcorn's generally pretty good though. I do like caramel as well. Caramel and honey probably my favorite sweet things. There are starting to be too many people here. Probably all just group, but I mean, I'm not going to invite them if they're not going to invite me. They're in a group. I can't invite them. Like that one guy that stole that quest from me that one time. I was like just chilling, killing all the ads in front of the mob, and then he ran up and just took it. but he was in a group as the group leader and didn't invite me. That was like probably the rudest. Dr. Bugs. Yeah, I'll have a look. If I remember. Eight fevers, I think. If I remember correctly, it's 50 reap, but I'm not 100% sure. I bet my niece would love caramel popcorn. She probably would love it too much, so I probably should never introduce it to her because she absolutely loves popcorn in general. Anything that tastes better, you know, it's like... Be honest, I've never once flown with Air New Zealand. I'm too poor for that. Nah, it's just never really has happened. I think mainly because I've only ever flown out or into New Zealand. I don't remember who I flew with. Maybe I did fly with Air New Zealand when I first went to Australia. Can't remember. I wasn't buying the tickets. But I don't really fly that much, so yeah, I haven't ever flown with them as far as I remember. The last time I was on a flight, actually, I thought about it this morning for whatever reason. Maybe my subconscious knew that we were going to have this conversation. They were handing out, like, you know, they hand out the lollies or whatever. They were handing out the lollies. And I was asleep at the time. And I got woken up because all I heard was the fucking rustling of lolly wrappers. And I never got one because I was asleep as they went past me. It's like, man, this is fucking rude. Pay for this ticket, I get nothing. That was on my flight back to New Zealand. But, yeah. Salty about it. I want 2 more fevers, and then maybe I'm very close to being done with it. Be very nice. I don't mind flying though. I just don't have reason to do it that much. I was actually thinking recently about, you know, seeing how... I looked it up, so I don't think I have the time or energy to actually do it now that I'm nearly 40, but becoming a pilot would be kind of fun, because I've always thought, you know, it would be cool to go to space, but the next best thing is just flying around in the sky, right? I don't know if I have the full-on desire. Dude, it seems like a lot. Good old boomkin. I don't know if they're wearing like full boomkin items. But I thought about it because I saw some like I'm pretty sure they were trainee pilots just flying around. There were like 3 planes in the sky just doing loops around me one day, and I'm like, flying would be kind of fun. Oh no, we're gonna be cursed. Not like it matters, I don't actually have to heal. I did almost say pirate when I said pilot. I want to become a pirate. But I had a friend in high school who wanted to be a pilot. I don't know if he actually did become a pilot, but it's always cool to talk about. Hopefully. I didn't achieve my dream job of being a Formula 1 world champion, but, you know, when you come from a poor family, I don't think that is a possibility of happening. Would have been very hard if I actually had the money to even make it to like Formula 1. I would have been starting when like Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel and those kind of guys were starting. I would have got my ass beat. I would have been gone within a few years. Because we're about the same age. They're just a little bit older. Lewis is like 41 now, I think. Just a little bit older than I am. I have one more fever. But I did have a few years in go-karting. I'll appreciate that. You know? My racing career was a few years go-karting when I was young. I was getting beat by people who were younger than me because they had more years of experience than I did because they had parents that had money. But it was still fun. And this does not want to give me one fever. I just want one fever so I can go and hand them in my rep. Scourge is still everywhere. I don't know what I'm gonna do after this. Like, am I just gonna have to grind furbolgs for like the whole day? Like, if I can't go to blasted lands, it's yeah, it's a bit rough. There we go. Seems like everyone's left now. Leaving here seems like a wasted opportunity. Everyone's left. But I'll go hand in. Like, maybe I do just keep grinding these, though. Because they're good experience. We are about to hit 50. So even if I do keep grinding, I'm probably going to go train anyways. So it won't be immediate. I think we probably get enough experience to get to 50 on the way up to the flight path. But I might come back to these if Blasted Lanes doesn't free up. See. I'd like to go quest in the Blasted Lanes, but if I can't, then I can't. All there is to it, isn't it? Woof woof. Still don't know if I can be dazed while I've got shield up. I never have been, so I assume I can't, but I'm still not sure if I can. Give me that rep, boy. Yeah, it's 50 rep per, so we are now unfriendly. Is unfriendly enough? I can't remember. I think so, right? I mean, we're not going to go through the cave just yet, but I think unfriendly is what you need. Then you need neutral for a quest. So we're going to end up grinding a lot more furbolgs in the near future. On all the characters. Ugh. Brom's blood. Can I sneak this one too? Thankfully there's no mobs right here, because this is usually got like 4 beers. Nice. Another 2 Grom's blood. That's 5 25 strength potions that we can make. Is it going to be very good? Some potions for our warrior. Because Lena is being played before Francie this league. It's going to be quite helpful having 25 strength potions. And maybe Elixir of Mongoose if we farm it as well. Like, that's going to be sick. Mongoose Elixir plus strength potions. Here. Looking forward to it. Our warrior should be blasting hard enough to make up for the fact that we don't use world buffs and stuff like that. We won't go for that sungrass. If it was Grom's blood, I'd probably clear those beers, but you know, sunglasses is a bit easier to get. Sungrass. Why'd they say sunglass? Strange red key. You know what that quest leads to? I think I would like to try to escort on a few characters in the medley. Perhaps Alia. Definitely Lena. I don't know about Rugen because it's a tight place. The hunter always has an issue in a cave, especially when the cave is like 2 by 2. Quite a few level 60s out here today. I guess there always is quite a few level 60s in Foulwood though. Thankfully we're quite close to Darnassus. Just fly over there and train. 2k experience we should definitely get from exploring up here. And if we don't, well, we're going to get 500 more from handing in a quest anyway. I am very glad that we're definitely approaching the final stretch of the hardcore medley. Like, we've still got a long way to go. When you look at how many levels we need, it's still like over 70 levels. But we are approaching it. And we're definitely in like the prime areas where characters can die. I mean, we almost died on Alia last week while doing an escort quest. It was on 400 HP and scared the shit out of me for a moment. Gee. Yeah, I wouldn't mind coming and grinding more furbolgs if I have to after N50, because we're gonna have to do it anyway. Need 3,000 reap. It will either happen here or it will happen in Winterspring. You know, it happens. I was just thinking, maybe I also need friendly though for Wonder Totems? I can't remember exactly. I feel like the first one's neutral and then maybe there's a friendly one. But I'm not 100% sure. It's been over a year since I did it, so... basically forever. Is Alia's cloak actually still on? Because I feel like I've turned it off. It is. Okay, so it should be off now. I definitely turned the cloak graphic off before. It just keeps coming back. Game keeps trying to gaslight me. It's like, nah, you haven't turned it off. Yeah, very close to leveling. Want to look. They're fine. I can run through there now just fine. I'm not going to, but I can. I might need a tiny bit of experience. Like 1 mob worth of experience. Even with the flight path. Because it's not that much of a run from the flight path to Winterspring, it's fine to not go to Winterspring right now. There's Scourge up there as well. That's scary. Yeah, we need 134 XP. So I need to kill this guy. Probably. This guy should get us to level 50. And then we'll just have one level to go on the priest. Which is either going to be grinding or the Scourge are going to leave Blasted Lands and we're going to go there and grind. So either way, we're grinding. There's level 50. Nice. Get the one more point into improved powered shield, which goes from 72 to over 700. So we gained 31
I am listening.
increase absorb. Pretty good.
How may I help?
Really need the tainted skin yet. We're not really questing out here, so I don't really want to carry it around.
Del Nadris.
Alright, we'll fly to Darnassus.
Ishnu Dal Dier. Be careful.
Train up and then decide what we're doing. I've only got 4 bars of rested experience. So if I have to grind, it's still gonna take a while. But I mean, we've probably got more rested experience than we were meant to have on the priest anyway. We are like 10 hours faster than Rugen to level 50. And, you know, a day and a half faster than my other non-Medley character. My non-Medley character has done a lot of fucking around. 5 days played at level 50, that's crazy. Because Alia will probably be 51 tomorrow, at this rate, I think for the first time ever, my Medley characters are going to be higher than my non-Medley character. Like, I think I've always managed to just be a little bit higher on my non-Medley character. But they're finally gonna overtake. Getting 5 people to play a video game at the same time is really hard. And now I'm trying to get a 6-man group together for frickin' Warhammer Online. Like, that's gonna be... oof. Especially when some of them are the same people. I don't know if that's a good idea. But it might honestly just be a motivation thing. I haven't been that motivated to level my non-Medley character, considering I'm already leveling these characters. Another friend of mine hasn't been that motivated to level his character on hardcore, so... I think if we're playing a new game and we're motivated to do it, it'll be a little bit easier. Like, yeah, he hasn't been on for 21 days. Alternatively, we start with our 6 people on Warhammer Online and we grow. Maybe. I mean, that would be kind of fun, like, late. Because we'd have a full squad. Like, say we get a freaking full warband and we just go roam around and actually get good at the game. That could be fun. I do like the big guild PvP. Even though I'm not much of a PvP Andy. The idea of like castle sieges and city sieges and stuff like that is pretty cool. But we'll see what happens. Well, none of the Scourge have gone yet. There's still time. Like, if the Blasted Lands clears up in the next half an hour, I would say I could probably do all of these quests today before they come back. Otherwise, it's probably just going to be grinding. I'd say Western Plaguelands is doable now, cleared away. Like, we could start things up there, but I wouldn't mind having an extra level. Pretty much the same with Ungrow Crater, like it's startable, but I wouldn't mind having an extra level. We're just in this little bit of a weird zone, I would say, where we are capable of doing certain things. We could actually go back down to Foralis and do Stave of Equinox and the Giant Guardian. That's a few quests that we can actually do. I forgot about those ones. Maybe we don't need to go grind Firbolgs right now. Silly and ultra hardcore. I wonder if that actually is silly and probably. Does play a lot of hardcore WoW.
What
The
brings
squeeze.
you here?
Edgerton. Yeah. I think that's the quest that leads us to Born Captures Queen, maybe?
Peace be with you.
Alright, there's a lot of training at level 50. We need everything, pretty much. Not resurrection. Might as well get Flash Heal and Renew. Then Shadow Word Pain. I think that's honestly the most training I've had to do on a hardcore Medley character for quite some time. It is quite a bit. Star Shards, not that we use it, but sometimes it might be useful. I mean, it does do a lot of damage. Just the fact that it's a channel doesn't feel that good. Flash Heal, you Renew. And then Shadow Word Pain, which is a big upgrade over what we had. Well, not too much mana cost over as well. I think I'm gonna go do a Mage Weave Cloth turn-in because we have a lot of Mage Weave Cloth. I don't know if Grocket really needs it anymore. Might do that. So maybe a quest somewhere. Town Crier. Here it is. Go to the Western Plaguelands. Might as well pick that up.
Farewell.
A little bit extra experience. One mob worth of experience. So I think we go down to Foralis actually and do some questing down there. Take a break while I fly down there, I think. I startled that person. They waved at me.
Ishno del Diab. Goodbye. Farewell.
And that in 3000 XP. Don't quite have enough silk cloth. And we'll send the rest of the mage weave towards Grocket. Alright. Rocket can have those. Evelina. Needs to Francie. And those. I didn't check the mail last week because obviously I wasn't streaming. So might be a bit of mail to check this week. So hopefully I do actually stream on Friday.
What brings you here? Good luck.
Alright. Let's head down to Foralis. While I'm flying, I'm going to take a quick break. Have a toilet break, all that sort of stuff. Do the quests in Foralis, see how far we get. Go to Naris and hand in the quest that we have, and then I guess play it by ear. If we have blasted lanes left for next time we're playing this character though, it won't be that bad, like it won't be the worst thing ever. Yeah, I will be back in probably about 5-6 minutes. Not 56. Alright. Let's get down to where we're going and then hopefully do some quests. If we can get through these Foralis quests today, that would be a pretty good spot. I don't know if it will... It probably won't put us like halfway through the level, but... You know, maybe... At least a quarter. That could definitely be doable. Because we started about a quarter of a level through. Maybe a few bars at least. I don't exactly remember. But we have made it to 50, so good. Next level, do I take inner focus so I get more crit? Just for one ability though, so it's like not that great. I think I take meditation. I don't think martyrdom is that good, because I'm not sure if I can actually be crit while in bubble. I'm not 100% sure how it works. But meditation will be pretty nice just for having more mana, right? After that, I feel like we just go back into Shadow though. Like we grab this for the next 3 levels. And then go back into Shadow, get like Blackout, maybe improve Mind Blast, Shadow Reach. Like there's some good stuff in here still. Don't really need anything with Holy. I don't even know if I want inner focus. Like it would be good for 1 crit. Well, it's not even 100% crit, but it would be good for 1 crit, you know. It's more of like a, I use this button when I need to do a big heal. I would be using it to try and get a big Mind Blast, but even then it's not going to be that great, I don't think. So I think I'd rather just go back into the Shadow Tree and max out all the stuff. So I think we go... That'd be 53. And then, I'm wondering, is Blackout more worth than Inner Mind or Improved Mind Blast? The boat is here, but I gotta go pick up a quest, so I don't know if I'll be able to make it. Like, it's a good timing on the boat, but I don't have the quest. That's a questionable boat.
I am listening.
See if we can make the boat. If not, well, we got levitate. Run across the water. I gotta buy water as well.
Farewell.
Even more reason I might not make the boat. Hopefully I'm not like 2 seconds off, because then it's like, well, I should have nifty stopwatched. We have jumped onto this window of the boat on Alia, I'm pretty sure, and made it. We had a lot more time than than that, but yeah, we have had to jump onto the window once already on this character. I can't remember if the quest after this. Not elite, right? But I feel like the mob that it summons is pretty rough. I remember fighting it on Ugra, I'm pretty sure, and it was actually kinda hard. Gives a wand. So sure you want to go over there. Hey, if he wants to go over on the boat to the Alliance place, then it's on him, right? Maybe he's just taking transport down to here, but yeah, that's interesting. I can't remember if I actually have to fight an elite after this. 100% sure. I wish that Tauren luck if he is going to the island, and if I see a dead Tauren, well, I guess he can just stay on the boat. If he stays on the boat, he'll be fine. If he gets off the boat, it's a little bit shaky. I don't know if the Darnassus guards, like the ones in Booty Bay, knock you off the boat. I don't know if the Darnassus ones do that. They don't have guns, they just got bows. And bows with like explosive arrows would be a lot harder than guns with explosive bullets, I think. Because bullets by nature are explosive. Alright, let's head into the wilds of Varellus. Maybe I should have brung the Brink Ray with me just in case, but I shouldn't need it. Hopefully. Locate the lost night elf girl. The escort will do after the Equinox thing. Probably the best way of doing it. I remember when I was grinding these mobs on my very first hardcore character, the harpies out here, and I got a blue item, a blue sword. Mind seeing another blue sword. See if we're lucky. How much DPS are we gonna do with this new Shadow Word Pain? Oh, Brainway. More or less the same, but like one less Mind Blast, so we could be doing a lot more. Do I really need to? Like... But there may be someone else doing the exact same quest I am doing. Right. I think that's where we go after we've got all the things. from what I remember. This would also be a great place to just, you know, find an epic. You know, game, if you want to provide me with an epic item, this would be a pretty good place for that to happen. To be honest, I wouldn't mind it. Little Staff of Jordan, or I don't even know if Staff of Jordan is like in the level bracket I'm in now. We do a little bit of parkour up here. Just a little bit. Not too much parkour, but enough to, like, you know, probably annoy someone. That guy is buffed out of his mind. World buff, Elixir of Mongoose. Here to grind. It is a good grinding spot. You get cloth, humanoids, pretty regular like weapon drops perhaps. Not the worst grind spot even. Yeah, over 200 DPS now when we actually blast. Pretty nice. Against this mob we don't need to because we got a crit. Now Mind Blast. We are actually doing quite some damage. I like it. Quite some damage indeed. Saying quite some is like a refined gentleman. Kind of a funny thing to say, actually. Alright, now we're gonna go down there. It's like no one's playing today. Maybe they aren't. Like, the Scourge invasion is just like big chilling. A little bit annoying. I wouldn't mind it if they go away. And we're gonna go back there. Go get this lost night elf girl and escort her back to the giant, hopefully. Does like to wander off and look at pretty flowers and stuff like that from time to time, but it's okay. She is a night elf. As a night elf and nature enjoyer, I get it. It's very awesome, like, going out for a walk recently because it's spring now here. So, you know, all the flowers are just like all over. It's
Good luck, friend.
like it. Not even that young. Right, come on. Let's go. These lost night elf girl, and I expected like a child, but then I remembered they didn't really have children models for like night elves. I don't know if they even do now, honestly. This is quite an adventure. You're right. Keep up. This thing has a 1 minute cooldown. If you wander off within a minute, I'm gonna be pissed. That'd be terrible. If she starts just like buggering off and you still got cooldown on it.
What brings you here?
You? This isn't the worst escort quest in the world though. Sometimes it can be a little bit worse than other times. Like if you gotta fight, you know, a bunch of mobs. Hoping I can fight this bear and then that's basically it. Depends on the pathing, doesn't it? I feel like she's gonna wander off soon. Reason I could not click it. Be right there, Shay. Look out. Wolf there. The rock biter. Actual rock biter. One day I will get an epic. I swear. It'll happen. During the hardcore medley. I said if I don't get an epic during the hardcore medley, I'm quitting WoW forever. And I'm never playing it again. So, yeah, it's up to Blizzard, I guess, if they want my money. Here we are. Mediocre items, but good experience. My questie was really bugging out while doing this quest. Look at this. it was going nuts. I didn't even notice. Look down at the chat. I'm like, oh, what's going on there? All right, back to Feather Moon. Then we'll see about how we're looking. The undead are still everywhere, sadly, so I don't know if Blasted Lands will be viable. But as I've said, if I need to go grind furbolgs, I'll go grind furbolgs. We're gonna have to do it anyway. So it's not like it's gonna be that much of a pain. Yeah, I guess like the first week of the Scourge invasion, people were probably farming the shit out of it, trying to get consumables for next Ramus, like the weapon oil and stuff like that. Now everyone's probably bored of it. The fact that it lasts a month Ridiculous. I think even in vanilla WoW, I probably only did the Scourge event for like a week. And after that, I never cared. I definitely didn't farm for frickin' sharpening stones and weapon oils though. But I was playing a hunter. So what's the point? I don't think anyone in my guild really farmed it. I get 444 spirit when we're a spirit team. That's fun. 222 to 444. Nice. Boats arriving. Might as well take it. Saves a light feather. We do only have 5 light feathers. Now, are we going to see a dead Tauren in Feathermoon Stronghold? Like, maybe he's just sick of playing hardcore, you know, and he was like, I don't really want to play anymore, I'm just going to go over here and... That's the end of my character's journey. It was weird seeing a horde get on the boat. Even though back in vanilla I used to get on the Alliance boats all the time. But I wasn't playing hardcore, so... You know, it's a bit different. My favorite jingle. Do 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 do. I guess if no one's playing the Scourge Invasion anymore, we were kind of lucky to get Alia when we did, because we were able to finish Tanaris outside of doing this one escort. Before the Scourge were really a pain in the ass. They did cause me to fail the escort because they showed up right when I was doing it, and it scared me. But I don't think it would have gone any better anyway, even if they weren't there, because there were 5 mobs attacking the chicken. But I will blame them because they showed up. I think that's fair. I think that's only our second yawn of the stream. We had one about an hour in, and now this one 3 hours in. So that's pretty good. That's a lot better than last Thursday. To be fair, I don't think I slept that much last night. I went to sleep and then woke up. I heard what sounded like a very loud, you know, like the sound that the War of the World aliens make in their big, yeah, one of those. I don't know if it was real or just my head making a sound, but it woke me up. I do have a little bit of exploding head syndrome from time to time, you know. You just hear like a loud sound in your head. Where'd that come from? I don't see a dead Tauren. Maybe he was just going down to the island. Hard to tell. I don't know what other people are doing. I can't read minds. Get this wand. Should be an upgrade for us. Pretty big damage. Not a shadow wand though, which is... Let's see. 76.7. Same DPS. Ow. How is it the same DPS? Interesting. I mean, I'll use it because it's slower and it will do more damage, but interesting that it's same DPS. Considering it's completely different DPS, but slower, so maybe that's why. Maybe it's just like...
Hello.
Oh well.
Good luck, friend.
Still a wand. I want a shadow wand. What I really want. Really, really want. I thought there was another quest after all that, but I guess... Now let's go down to Tanaris to hand in the quest that we have. Will get us over 30k experience into this level.
Hello.
Slowly making our way there. But I do feel like the last level and a half, or this last half of this level, rather, is gonna be just grinding. You know, unless the Scourge actually leave the blast thing at a good time in the day. Like right now, probably not a great time because it's 2 PM. I'm pretty likely to, like, you know, log off within the next hour. We'll see. Otherwise, there isn't a whole lot of options. Like I said, I would love to go down here and grind these quests away because that's good XP. Plus, we need to kill a lot, so we're gonna. I think we would hit 51 doing them. But it's just a bit impossible to level down there while the Scourge are there. What is a Cenarian Aid quest? I don't know if I've ever done that. Is that new? Like, I don't remember it. Go to Ajara though, so it'd be quite hard now as well. Ironically, like, going to the Western Plaguelands would probably be one of the best options, just because there's no Scourge event there. Pretty funny to think about, considering that's where they come from. They're all over the Eastern Plaguelands. Western Plaguelands is kind of chill right now. Other than the fact that it's the Western Plaguelands, but we will be going there on the characters at some point. Now, if I get down to Tanaris and someone's being crazy and pulling Scourge around, I'm gonna lose myself. And report them. Would be nice to be able to go to Burning Steps and hand in those quests as well, but once again, there are Scourge there, so not really gonna happen. I'm looking forward to doing the Anixia chain with my friends. If we ever actually get there. We can probably start that like level 55-ish. I think we'll do Mara when we next play. Sunken Temple after that, maybe like a few levels after that. And then just level to like 55. And then start the BRD quest chains. Maybe do BRD before we hit 60, it might be fun. Gives us a chance to die at least. I want to get my friends to 60 because 3 of them have never had a level 60 on hardcore. And we're pretty close. But we have been doing all the dungeons. We have been doing like all the scary stuff. The group stuff. So it's not like we're taking it easy. You know, we did Gnome Regan, which is generally a dungeon that people will try to skip because they are scared of dying. I was tanking on a landmine while stunned, or not stunned, but like rooted at one point in Gnome Regan, and I'm like, please kill this landmine. I think that's probably the most scared I've been on that character. The landmine right below me. Crazy. There's no close Scourge. There is still Scourge. But we're not really here to quest, so it's fine. It's been pretty fun experience tanking all the dungeons on hardcore. I would never do it for pugs because I don't trust
If you ever need anything,
most people that play the video game. I can't be honest.
yeah, what do you want? Have a good one.
I don't mind DPSing in pugs,
Have a good one.
but yeah, tanking? No, not
real.
really. I think I will leave that quest here for now until we go to
Be good.
Unguro, because we're gonna have to come here anyway. Plus, it's also kind of fun tanking with a druid healer, because you don't have all the tools that you would with like healer that is actually good, like a priest or a paladin.
Keep it real. Right back.
Druid healers not being able to dispel magic is definitely a scary thing at times. Oh, we've got some noggin fogger. I don't think I'm gonna buy back of it. We have levitate on the pre. It is like super emergency. Scourge is still everywhere, so I think we might just go back to Foulwood. I guess we could hand in this quest in the Plague Lands and just like see if leveling in the Plague Lands for that one quest is worth. I think we could. We do have to deal with some mobs that have fresh, but as long as they're not immune to shadow. I feel like some mobs in the Plague Lands might be immune to shadow. I'm just not sure. Ultra War. A lot of Ultra. A lot of people with Ultra in their name, isn't there? We're gonna have to go for a run.
Safe travels.
Haven't been to the Plague Lands on this character yet. Just because I can't go to Blasted Lands. Like, we could go to the blasted lanes and see exactly where the Scourge are. Maybe there's just like one really far out of the way, but just them being there is on top of Turamis. It's scary. I don't mind not doing blasted lanes and then doing it the next time I play Alia, because that should be a full level of experience. With rested and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna come up here, see how this first quest looks. But I'm pretty sure it's just like level 50 mobs, so we should be able to do it. And then might be it for the day after that, but yeah, the things we have to look forward to tomorrow, if I stream tomorrow, which I probably should. Either grinding furbolgs, grinding harpies, or doing quests in the blasted lanes to get to 51. I think that's where we're at right now. We don't really have the quests to take us there without stretching ourselves too thin. Alia has had a good stint though. Like the fact that we got to level 50 without really worrying about quests. Pretty good. And we would be able to get to 51 if the Scourge event wasn't on pretty easily. Thanks, Blizzard. Really slowing me down. You can tell they don't really care about hardcore servers when they add an event that lasts a whole month. Like, it's not as scary as I thought it would be. Because I have leveled in zones that have it. It's just, in some zones, like the blasted lanes, well, they're all over the place where you need to be. My memories from 20 years ago were definitely a bit scarier than what they have been. Why am I going there? I guess we could go up from here, right? As long as we don't run into a dragon, but I don't think that dragon's that scary anymore. We are level 50. Like, it still don't want to fight it, but for some reason I was heading towards the hinterland. Don't need to go there. I've already done the hinterlands. Cleared it out. Other than the quest that I can't do. The elite stuff. Go up this way. Dragon does fly up here. Do we go up that way or do we... No, we go over... Jesus. You scared me, man. We don't go up that way because that way is the Alteric Valley. Someone flying over me when I talk about a dragon. Get the shit out of me. The last time I was here, there was a dragon because it was when I was doing my Whirlwind Axe quest. And the dragon just so happened to want to be a part of it. It was really annoying when I got Cyclonian to 50%. And then the dragon starts flapping towards me. I'm like, gonna have to kill this guy 1.5 times. That's terrible. Really was the worst thing ever. Like, you get Cyclonian to 50% and then the dragon shows up and you have to reset Cyclonian because your pathing is directly where he's going. Thanks, mate. Really appreciate it.
Pleased to meet you.
I buy and trade.
Meaning in the Plague Lane. We've already got these.
For the Alliance.
Hey there. See you later. Have a good one. For the Alliance.
Well
Give me that
met.
commission.
Be careful. Have a good one.
Be able to get the reap.
Need help? Go with honor.
Can't get anything from here because I don't have the quest.
Greetings.
Probably won't take this.
Light bless you.
I killed a rock golem or whatever it was down here. Not very recently, but during the Medley, I think. But he looked really scary running down the road. I'm gonna be honest, if you were a lower level, you'd see that guy and be like, what the fuck? Alright. Alia is the first character to kill a mob in the Plague Lands. As long as we kill it. I mean, it might have 20 stacks of fresh and kill me. One shot, easy. Nice. We have officially made it to the level 50 zones. Scary. Honestly, some of the level 50 zones are less scary than, like, you know, some of the level 20 and 30 zones. So, the Plague Lands is definitely not one of them that isn't scary, but generally think, like, Winter Spring is probably one of the most relaxing zones in the game. Always a good time to go to Winter Spring. As long as I can get these ghouls and flayers down, pretty happy. Trying to get as much out of our quests as we can, you know? Guys do hit pretty fast. I don't remember them hitting that fast. I'm gonna be honest. Pickle Sniffer has reached level 60. Is that a euphemism? Look at that wand damage. For 100 damage per wand hit, that's crazy. If only we had a shadow wand that would be doing absolutely massive damage. It does kind of suck having a slower wand though when you have a mob at like 1% after the cast. It's like having a two-hander, you know? You're just sitting there for 2 seconds doing nothing. Slavering ghouls. Slavering beasts arrive at your doorstep. I think that was the quote. I don't know the exact quote, but on the villains of Final Fantasy XIV, from what I remember. Need more ghouls. It's interesting there's no one else here, because usually there are people. I don't think I've ever been here alone. A lot of people are scared of the plague lanes though, for whatever reason. A blue. That's a really good blue for my priest. I'ma be honest. Like that's a priest blue if I've ever seen one. 5 more stam, 1 intellect, and 5 more spirit, which is 10 more spirit. Yeah, I'm gonna equip that to Alia right now. It's not often that a character finds a blue that I equip to the character. The last 2 have been there, because Balmer found a necklace. I equipped it on Balmer. Now Alia with a ring. But it's not that often out of the nearly 20 blues that we've found during the hardcore medley. It's kind of whatever now though when I find a blue. Like it's not as exciting as it was when I was first finding them. Because I've found a lot. But that is a pretty good one. I will take it. There was a small consideration of maybe giving it to Rocket, but it's only level 45 anyway, so it'd sort of get a few levels to wear it. So I think I'll get about the same usage out of it from Elliot. Maybe we'll just find another one. It is unique, you know, so I can only have one of them on. Find another one, give it to Rocket. But hey, that's cool. A little blue for Elia's video, because today and probably tomorrow is video footage day. Good stuff. This is the highest level mob that I've ever fought in the hardcore medley. This did my mind blast. Give him another one. Even with the 10% less resist chance on the Shadow Priest, you know, it still regularly happens when you're fighting mobs that are higher. I feel like I would pull both of those if I fought them, so I don't really want to. But I may also pull multiple here, so be wary of that. A lot of ghouls. So usually there's people here that I'm competing with for the ghouls. So many times I've come here to do these quests and it's just like 5 people standing around waiting for ghouls. Everyone's killed like 50 flayers. But I will say, doing this Alliance intro quest to the Plague Lands is so much better than having to do the Horde one. The Horde one's actually so hard. If you come here like, you know, lower than a certain level, you'll just not be able to do it because you'll aggro 10 mobs at a time. And so one quest that I'm like, yeah, Horde have it hard here. Everything else Horde favored. Me, Mr. Nudist, are you trying to like get me assaulted by that ghoul? They were running behind me and then they decided to run in front of me after they saw me. RPG. I feel like being a nudist hunter, using weapons and a pet isn't really a challenge. Like, sure, you're gonna be doing a lot less damage. But the only reason hunter can be a challenge is because you're pulling freight from your pet, right? When you're naked, you're not gonna be doing that. So I don't exactly view it as a real challenge, to be honest. Make things take longer. Similar to the hardcore medley though. Honestly, I have so much gear across the characters. Once you get your professions and all that sorted, challenge kind of falls away. I think in the like 30s to 40s it was a bit rough because I didn't have dungeon gear, but we're slowly creeping it back in with the gear that we're able to make now, like all the blues. Any mana leech? Rough. I cannot dispel it. I'll spirit tech. I have to fight against that one. $100 DPS. But I'm not going to shit on another person's challenge. If they want to play a nude hunter, go for it. I mean, I also wouldn't want to do like a nude warrior challenge, you know, when you're just punching mobs all the way to 60. Like, that sounds very boring to me. But let's be real. For most people, the hardcore medley probably sounds boring. Leveling so many characters, like that's... When I think about it from the outside, I'm like, yes, challenge is kind of boring. But I needed the long-term thing that would tide me over until TBC, and I fucking nailed it, I think. It might even take longer than, you know, after TVC's out. Alright, ending this quest. Now 5k experience. Then I'm not sure where I want to put my character. Probably down in Booty Bay, because that'd probably be the closest to where we might want to go tomorrow. How many stones is it per handed? 10?
See you around.
Yeah, 20.
What can I do
Well,
for you? Have a good one. See you around.
alright, now we get all the quests. But we're not going to do them just yet.
See you later.
But we get all the quests.
For the Alliance. Have a good one.
What can I do for you?
Bone fragments aren't really needed. I don't think I'll be running next Ramus or gear. Let's see. Where do the Scourge happen in Burning Steep? Is it viable to go in there and get the flight path? Check my map. Yeah, I think we could get the flight. Doable. Got a map of all the Scourge locations.
You're a tall one.
Let's go down to Redridge then.
Alrighty then.
Run in there, get the flight path. I don't know if we'll go hand in the quest because there might be Scourge on the way, but you know, if there isn't, like they could also just be over here. Flight path will be about 8 minutes. I think no matter what, as long as I stream tomorrow and I don't die, we should hit 51. Even if we have to grind it all, it's less than 100k experience. We'll have like 3 to 4 bars of rested, not that much, but enough to get us going. And if we're doing like furball farming, we're getting an extra 500 experience per 5 feathers. But no matter what, we'll probably be grinding on like a level 50 mob. So I don't think it will be that bad. Alternatively, there's no Scourge in Blasted Lanes tomorrow and we're able to do the quest. It's a really good item though, holy. Sort of like this, you know? In this, there's just really good priest items. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 blues on our priest. I think we have had 5 blues on the priest at one point. But it was like some strength intellect braces. I got rid of them. Why plus 1, 2, 3, 4? Only gives 1107. Oh, maybe the armor kits. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4 is crazy though. Yeah, this drop in is pretty nice. My priest does look a little bit twinked out at times, even with the account found. I feel like if I was running the actual priest, like say I was doing dungeons and everything, priest gear would be insane. I'd have so much intellect and spirit. Like I did see a priest who was 1, maybe 2 levels lower than me who had 500 extra mana than I have. I was like, damn, dungeon gear is crazy. But he might also be like using different stats to me, but I am pretty heavy intellect spirit. We haven't really been focusing Sam. Like this is the only item that has more stam than spirit or intellect. This thing. Not that it's very usable because it's a non-caster trinket, it's melee. Actually, should I stop in here first? Do I stop in here if I stop my flight now? If I can grab this. Another quest for the blast or the burning steps just in case. I don't even know what that Cenarian aid quest actually is. What do we got? We have Historian and High Priest Rohan. Got to be careful when you run into this area though, you know, someone might be doing the 0.5 quest. Don't want to be randomly killed.
Welcome. Watch your back. Hi.
Alright, tell me the story. How dare they?
Keep your feet on the ground. Be good. Off with you.
I don't think it's like doable right now, but I will pick it up. Just so I remember I have it. Later. It means I don't really need to come to Ironforge. We're probably going to come back to Ironforge at some point though. Like Arcane Runes and a little slime goes a long way. Two quests that I'll definitely do. There he is, I saw him.
Hi. See you soon.
Yara. Yeah, I don't remember ever doing this quest, so... We'll see what it's about when we get there, but hopefully it doesn't get me killed. The last time I did a quest I'd never done before, Garland did die. I have since done that quest like 4 or 5 times, but yeah, the first character to do it. Not pretty. Sort of like with hardcore, it's sort of similar to when I did Baldur's Gate 3 honor mode. Because like you can't die, you can't have a full party wipe or you're game over.
What can I do for you?
You don't try anything new when you're doing stuff like that.
See you soon.
But with hardcore WoW, because I have so many characters, it's like, well, I've got to try new things because otherwise I'm not going to die. Like, it's not that hard to hit level 60 if you're not trying things that you haven't done or, you know, not trying hard content. We need some excitement along the journey, so losing a character is actually good for content. As much as I wanted my Warlock to actually make it to the higher levels, so I could just fear all the mobs around, you know, solo Blaze Runner, stuff like that. It also was one of my least favourite characters. So losing it wasn't that big of a hit for me. Gave me more content dead than he probably is going to give me alive. Because putting the character on the thumbnail, a dead character, that's instantly going to get lots of clicks. People love dead characters. People absolutely frothing at the mouth to see a death on hardcore, you know? Yeah, I think I'll park in Booty Bay when we're done today, because then it allows me to either fly to Blasted Lanes or go back over here and farm furbolgs. Stream tomorrow. But hey, if we're just grinding furbolgs all day tomorrow, it might be boring. But we're gonna have to level somehow. Let's see, there's Scourge over there. just wondering if the ones are going to be over there. If the ones over here are up, then I won't be able to go up here, but otherwise, can at least get the flight path. I don't know what level the ogres are, but it is a 52 quest. Maybe I should just leave it. I bet you anything, as soon as I'm logging off for the day, the blasted lanes will stop being under attack. Pretty much what happened last time I was playing. Maybe not last time, because that was Thursday and I was going to log off early anyway. But Wednesday, I think blasted lanes stopped being under attack like 1 hour before I stopped stream. I wasn't ready to go there. But it was kind of like mean. Also happened with Ajara when we went up there. We did end up streaming a little bit over time with that because I wanted to get Ajara done. I'm certainly looking forward to when the Scourge bugger off. Because we'll have to level Grocket Broodum, most likely, and then Lena... We need to do 10 levels on Lena, so I guess the Scourge will probably be leaving while we're playing Lena. Hopefully. Because I would like to go to Ajara and grind like the Mongoose Elixir potion. Don't know why I said potion, I said elixir. It's an elixir, not an elixir potion. But I would like to grind that on Lena. That way we can get, you know, the giant strength, giant growth, whatever it's called, and the mongoose for Francie. That'd be sick. Get her some big stats for her leveling. Because I care about keeping the warrior alive more than anything else. Because Phantom Blades is a pretty good item. Quite looking forward to playing Grocket next though. Like, you know, going from Elia to Grocket to Lena is very fun. There's some good, a good stint of leveling. 3 really fun characters back to back. It does make it so the end is going to be kind of boring again because I've got Frand and Baumer, just like last time. And I'll be honest, Broomkin, while it does good damage, kind of boring to play. And then Paladin, well, you are just standing there hitting for pretty much all of your game. So it's not exactly the most entertaining thing. Sometimes you do some big damage, but this is very relaxing. But at least it's only 7 levels this time for like pretty much all the characters. Apart from Rugen and Lena, because they swapped with each other. Every other character stayed in their same spot. Alright, Burning Steps. The zone that probably killed a lot of people when they started World of Warcraft, because they would have run up here just to see what's going on, and then some imps. No imps here today, there's an elemental, but some imps probably shot the shit out of them. Happened to me. Don't see a necropolis over there, but I'm also kinda scared of the higher level mobs up here. I think I might just get the flight path and run away.
How are ya?
Off with
See
you.
how
Keep your feet on the
on
ground.
these
Time
levels.
travels.
Yeah, 52 to 53, we'll probably just leave that one there. Golden Samson. Grab that. Where is it? Not be in. Don't think I've ever seen a herb back here. Interesting. Yeah, this quest, I'm looking forward to doing this, my friends. You know, the Anexia chain. Definitely. Forward to that stuff.
What's on your mind?
Alright, let's fly down. Kinda wanna go check out the blast lanes just to see. Do a little scout. Then we'll go to Buddha Bay and log off. Less than 100k experience to level though. So no matter what, we get that locked in tomorrow, I think. Try to wake up a bit earlier. I have been struggling with the sleep lately, so if I can perhaps get to sleep a little bit earlier. Mainly because of daylight savings. I still haven't like time corrected from when daylight savings started, so I'm still like an hour in the opposite direction. It does take a lot for me to correct my body clock when daylight savings happens because I don't work like a regular job. I work when I want to. So it's quite difficult. I feel like if I was working a regular job, say I was waking up like 8 AM every day or something like that, then I'd have to, right? Otherwise you're going to be late to work, you're going to get fired. I never really schedule much meetings for the morning though. I stream. So usually it's like afternoon to evening. It works for me. But that also doesn't help with going to sleep sometimes, because sometimes I'm working until, you know, 2, 3 in the morning, which then makes me wake up even later, and then I'm like, well, I stream late. It happens. Can't believe the essence of Ranicus is only worth 2800 experience. Like, that boss is probably one of the hardest bosses in hardcore while leveling in a dungeon, because he has like the tank sleep. Plus, if you don't kill all the dragons, it will come for you. There are some people questing out here right now. Yeah, see, this Scourge, not that guy, but those ones seem to be dead. But there is this right here, which should be affecting this middle part. See any Turamis? It's not that bad right now, but I mean, that's pretty close, isn't it? So you never know. Yeah, I just wanted to have a look, so I'm gonna go down to Booty Bay.
Safe travels.
Do a little scout. I think we'll come here tomorrow and just see, even if the Scourge are on the map, we'll just see how it's looking. Because it would definitely be the best place to level with all of this available. But if it's terrible, we'll just go Foulwood and Burbogs. Get like half of our rep where it needs to be or something. Maybe the whole way. See. But right now I am gonna go to Booty Bay and then log out. A productive stream though, we got over a whole level. Like we started 4 bars into 49. So I'm quite happy with it. Finish off earlier tomorrow hopefully, and then move on to the mage. Absolutely blast some people with fire. I don't know how we're going to go on the mage when we get to a zone like Searing Gorge, because I think Searing Gorge is actually incompletable for a fire mage. So we'll see. I'm definitely not going to be opening on any like earth elementals with pyroblast. I'm pretty sure they have fire fleet. Don't want to kill myself with a pyroblast, I'm gonna be honest. So we might run into a few issues while leveling on Grocket, if that's the case, but other than Searing Gorge, I think it should be okay. Hopefully we have a lot of quests to make it to like 50 and we don't really have to care about Searing much. But the rest of the priest leveling shouldn't be... I mean, it hasn't been too bad the whole way. We've had a lot of rested experience. I think I've gained like 5 levels of rested. Which means I've only done 1 level that hasn't been rested. Just because of how things have lined up with life. Like, you know, I started the priest, I did a level, and then I logged out for 4 days. Then I played for 3. Well, 2.5, let's say. And then I logged out for 4 days. Things have lined up pretty well for Alia when it comes to having rested experience. And I have really enjoyed the priest, so it's not like I've been avoiding it on purpose. That life has been a bit busy recently. Perhaps we'll get busier though. So yeah, enjoy the streams while they're around, because I don't know if they will be forever. Things are really ramping up. I would like to get the medley done no matter what. That is definitely going to be a focus. I just might have to change when I stream, like time wise. We will see. But for the moment, we're all good. As for today though, I am gonna log out now. I now have 3 level 50 characters on this server. One of them isn't really, you know, This is my character I play with my friends. All the dungeon gear in the world. Having a good time. It's so much more fun to play than this warrior. Like, this warrior is fun, but this warrior does like 200 plus extra damage. It's actually crazy. They look the same. A little different tattoo and different skin color, but anyway, I'll hopefully be back tomorrow to wrap Alia up, and maybe for the first time the hardcore medley will be a higher level than this character. It's been close a few times, but my friends and I haven't played for 3 weeks now. And I was already kinda caught up. This might be the first time where that character fall behind one of my medley characters. Just because scheduling 5 people is extremely difficult, apparently. Don't know how I'm gonna do scheduling 6 people for Warhammer, but I'll figure it out. But anyway, I'll see you guys when I see you next. Have a good night or day, depending on where you are in the world. Hopefully I'll be back tomorrow to finish this priest off and move on to Little Grocket. Last some tailoring levels. I think we should get a good amount of tailoring and when we first jump on Grocket. Yeah. I'll see you guys when I see you. Have a good one.